The story I'm about to tell is being told from the victim's perspective. There is evil people in the world. I know a few evil people, but the most evil person I know destroyed my life completely. I had no idea how evil, man-eater crazy bitch she was until it was late. Too late. It's already time for my meds, but doctors already told me I'll die soon. It doesn't matter now. I'm ready to meet my maker. I had a great life. I had money, a great family, tons of girls on this side, but they would never replace my girlfriend. She was so sweet. In the end, even she left me. A nurse entered the room with a huge amount of pills on a tray. "Here's your treatment, sir," the nurse said. She was wearing plastic gown and had a mask on. No matter how sweet she is, I cannot get over the fact that people around me treat me like a walking disease. Maybe because I am a walking disease. Fortunately, it will all be over so soon. I took the pills one by one and kept coughing. The sweet nurse told me that she had a few minutes free, a few minutes to spare for a beggar. She told me she wanted to hear my story. I wanted to say my story so much for so long. I want to get this off my chest for the longest time. About 10 years ago, I had everything. I was what you would call a playboy. I used to live in New York. I was a lawyer and made millions working for a firm. I was great at it. I never lost a case. Mind you, our firm took cases from anyone who could afford us. Most of them sicarios, rich influencers from social media. Side note, clients were the best. They always paid double so they wouldn't lose their sponsors and keep everything under wraps. Corrupt politicians and others, you name them, especially one that got to be the president. You know the one. He went to prison right after he left the White House. After he lost elections, he was found a traitor working for Russia, of all things. Yes, we made millions from that guy. The nurse next to me stared at me with those eyes that were saying, "Shame on you." I never said I was a great person. I told her. I wasn't bad, but I also wasn't the best. Often, after we won big cases, I used to go to parties at night and hook up with girls. Ah, yes, I tasted a woman each night, sometimes 3 at a time. They found me alluring on my $1,000 business suit, showing off muscles. You see, I used to have great muscles due to me going to the gym every day. One time, my firm accepted a huge case of a musician who allegedly abused some women. Everything started there. You see, I was a fan of that guy. I went to his concerts quite often, and I knew he had money, so I stepped in and told my manager that I wanted that case. The case was assigned to me. I used to rock. There was no one like me. I had an impeccable record that had my colleagues in shame. The musician, our new client, told me the story that he had a relationship with two girls. They were sisters. My client told me that he made sure they were not underage. Soon after, we researched that, in fact, those two girls were 22 and 24 years old, the time they hooked up. The musician, for legal reasons, I cannot say his name. Let it be known that I never disclosed the names of my clients, no matter how disgusting they are. Even though I'm about to kick the bucket, I want to feel some pride that I was a good lawyer to the bitter end. Having said that, I cursed the day I took that case with all my being. As it was expected, I won that case. Those women never had a chance if they took matters to court. My client regarded my firm with millions of dollars, and I had a share on it, with an added bonus. Yes, life was great. The best clothes, great cars, luxurious apartments, and beautiful girls. One night, I was at the bar of the hotel I was staying when all of a sudden, a girl in her mid-20s bumped into me. She was beautiful. I invited her to a drink and she accepted immediately, as if she was waiting for me to ask her. She used to laugh at my jokes and gave me warm smiles. I thought she was like the ideal woman, but to be fair, I kept thinking she was my next conquest. I invited the girl to my apartment and she immediately accepted. At the time, I thought I was getting better at luring women to my bed. Now I understand that was gonna be the end of me. We ended up hooking up all night. I hate that woman. The only consolation I have now is that she's probably dead by now, because of what I learned next morning after we hooked up. I kept silent. The nurse beside me stared at me eagerly. What happened? Why do you hate that woman? She asked. Because she's the reason I'm on this bed. She's the reason I am dying. The nurse gasped and had her mouth open for a long time. You see, I woke up late that morning, probably from drinking. When I woke up, the girl wasn't there anymore. Apparently, she left early. I felt tired, and satisfied at the same time. I thought I had everything. I thought I had everything a man could ever fantasize. I took a look at my Rolex and realized I was gonna be late for work. So I went to the bathroom for a quick shower. When I stepped into the bathroom, I read the most hideous words I never imagined to read. On the bathroom mirror, I read the words, "Welcome to the world of HIV." I couldn't believe it. This must be a joke. I had to be healthy. This has to be a joke, I said. I broke that mirror and immediately went to the closest clinic to get tested. As you know now, I tested positive. After, I went to find that woman. Months after I realized that the woman who infected me was one of the girls who lost the case against the musician I represented so many years ago. I later learned that the musician was HIV positive as well and had infected those girls he hooked up with. I couldn't bring myself to work at that firm anymore. Be careful in life. There are shitty people with insane resources, but that doesn't mean that you should become one of them.